It was a rainy Thursday afternoon in Port Harcourt, and the streets were thick with traffic and tension. Rain pattered steadily on rooftops and windscreens, casting a gray veil over the city. At a busy intersection, police officers were conducting routine checks when a sleek black Jeep Prado rolled to a smooth stop. It wasn't just the dark tint of the windows or the hum of the engine that raised eyebrows. It was the timing. Just 30 minutes earlier, an anonymous caller had whispered a chilling warning into the police hotline. "Officer, check that vehicle. There's something inside, something not right." The officers stiffened as the vehicle slowed down. The door opened without haste, and then stepping out as if from a stage came a man dressed immaculately in a spotless white suit, with a bright red tie cutting a bold line down his chest. His shoes were silent on the wet ground. His bald head shimmered beneath the drizzle. He flashed a smile, broad, confident, too perfect, and a single gold tooth caught the light, gleaming like a promise. "Good afternoon, officer," he said smoothly, voice calm like a seasoned diplomat. "I am Pastor Enoch David, General Overseer of Olifier Dominion Chapel. I have a crusade this evening. May God bless you." But the officer wasn't disarmed by the charm. His eyes remained narrowed. He'd seen too much to be fooled by soft words and expensive cologne. "Open your trunk," he said flatly. Pastor Enoch blinked just once, slowly. "There's nothing inside," he replied, his tone still gentle. "It's just a routine check, sir," the officer insisted. "Please," Enoch said, almost pleading now. "I'm running late. Souls are waiting for the word." The officer remained unmoved. "Open the trunk, sir. Then you'll be on your way." Enoch hesitated. He reached into his suit's inner pocket and pulled out a fat bundle of crisp foreign bills, neatly stacked, untouched by rain. "Take this, my sons," he offered with a thin smile. "Forget the trunk. Let me go do the Lord's work." The younger officer took a step back. The older one shook his head. "We don't want your money, Pastor. Open it. Now." The smile wavered. Enoch's hand trembled slightly, but still, he didn't move. "We'll do it ourselves," the officer declared. As they walked to the back of the vehicle, Enoch followed, reluctantly. Raindrops rolled down his forehead, mingling with the sweat he could no longer hide. The air had grown heavier. The trunk clicked open, and time seemed to freeze. There, wrapped in white ceremonial cloth, lay two human heads, freshly severed, still dripping. The scent of death exploded into the air. One officer stumbled back, hand over his mouth. Another whispered, "Blood of Jesus." But it was him, Pastor Enoch, the man who paid school fees, who fed orphans, who gave out scholarships and stood at hospital bedsides, the man whose prayers people swore brought healing, the one mothers called Daddy, the one politicians bowed to. Now, standing under the rain, he looked like a ghost. Then came the final, unbearable truth. The heads? They belonged to his daughters, Shizaram and Deborah, the same girls he often said were studying in Canada. And so the truth began to unfold, piece by terrifying piece. Few knew where Enoch lived, only those truly desperate found him. Years ago, in a dark corner of the forest, Enoch had found his way to a candle-lit hut. The door opened before he could knock. A man, barefoot, sharp-eyed, otherworldly, stood inside. His lips didn't move, but his voice echoed. "I know why you're here." "I want power," Enoch whispered. "Not Bible power," the man replied. "The kind that opens blind eyes, shakes the ground, and bends reality." Enoch nodded slowly. "Then feed the spirits," said Brother Fire. "Not with prayer, not with fasting, but with blood." Enoch paused. What kind of blood? the blood of love, the kind that cracks your heart open. Terrified, Enoch ran. He sobbed. He rolled on the church floor. He begged God for another way. But the hunger for glory clung to him like a shadow. A week later he returned. The ritual was performed. Seals drawn, oaths sworn in darkness. That Sunday he raised his hand at the pulpit. A blind woman screamed, "I can see!" A paralyzed boy stood up and ran. A barren woman gave birth to triplets days after he laid hands on her. Word spread like fire. The church grew into a movement. Politicians arrived with brown envelopes. Celebrities knelt before him. He was called the battle axe of God. But the spirits returned every year. They did not want random blood. They demanded intimacy. They wanted those close to him. His cousin, the one who helped build the first altar. His uncle, who raised him. His best friend, the choir leader. One by one, they vanished quietly. And then came the worst, his daughters. Miracles continued. No one asked questions, but Enoch was breaking. His hands shook. His laughter vanished. His nights were sleepless. The spirits gave miracles, but they took something deeper, until that rainy Thursday. At the station, Enoch sat in silence. Hands chained, clothes soiled, his white robe no longer divine. "I just wanted to serve God," he whispered. "I just wanted to be great." He confessed everything, the pact, the blood. The church shut down. Dust settled on the altar. The oil that once smelled like heaven now reeked of smoke. The pastors disappeared. One was found hiding in a motel, trembling. The people changed. No more blind worship. No more unchecked praise. They had learned. Not every hand that heals is holy. Not every voice that cries, "Fire," comes from heaven. Some miracles come soaked in blood. And sometimes, just sometimes, the devil wears a white suit. In a world where desperation for miracles often drowns out discernment, Enoch's story reminds us of a painful truth. Not all that glitters is divine. We must be cautious not to mistake charisma for character, or power for purity. When we chase signs without questioning their source, we risk becoming blind to the cost behind the spectacle. True power uplifts without demanding blood. True faith heals without chains in the shadows. So the next time someone commands the heavens to open, or claims to hold divine fire in their hands, don't just look at their robes, their crowds, or their stage. Look deeper. Ask, what spirit is truly behind this voice? Who pays the price for this miracle? Because sometimes the devil doesn't come with horns and flames. He comes with scriptures, smiles, and a spotless white suit.